Hi, this is Dr. Masooma. Today we are looking at a remarkable story from Australia that bridges the gap between high tech engineering and veterinary medicine. We are talking about Paul Conningham and his rescue dog Rosie. This is a case that has gone viral across the medical and tech communities because it shows how a determined individual used artificial intelligence to navigate the complex world of cancer treatment when traditional options had failed as of early 2026. This story stands as a proof of concept for the democratization of high level science. Rosie was diagnosed with an aggressive form of cancer known as mast cell tumors in the veterinary world. This can be a death sentence once it reaches an advanced stage. Paul had already spent thousands of dollars on the standard medical route, including multiple surgeries and chemotherapy. But the tumors kept returning, and Rosie's health was declining. Instead of giving up, Paul used his background in machine learning to turn to artificial intelligence tools like ChatGPT and Grok to research emerging therapies that are usually locked away in academic journals. To understand how this works scientifically, we have to look at the three pillars of modern precision medicine: genetic sequencing, artificial intelligence, and mRNA technology. Following the advice and research patterns suggested by the AI, Paul paid to have Rosie's entire genome and the genome of her tumor sequenced. This provided a massive amount of raw genetic data, thousands of pages of code that would be impossible for a human to analyze manually in a useful time frame. This is where the AI became essential. Paul fed this raw data into specialized scientific models like AlphaFold, which is an AI designed to predict the shapes of proteins. By comparing the healthy DNA with the tumor DNA, the AI helped identify specific mutations that were driving the cancer. These mutations are what we call neoantigens. The AI then helped design the exact genetic sequence for a custom eMRNA molecule that would teach Rosie's immune system to recognize these specific markers. Once the design was ready, Paul didn't just stop at the computer. He used the AI to find and contact researchers who could actually build the vaccine. He eventually connected with the RNA Institute at the University of New South Wales. The scientists there were impressed by the technical accuracy of the sequence he had developed using AI and agreed to manufacture the custom mRNA injection. This was a therapeutic vaccine, just like the ones being developed for humans in Russia and the United States, but it was designed specifically for one dog's unique cancer profile. In December 2025, Rosie received her first injections. The results were visually and medically stunning. Her largest tumor, which was roughly the size of a tennis ball, shrank by 50% in a matter of weeks. She regained her mobility, her energy levels increased, and she was able to return to her daily walks. It is important to be precise here. The researchers involved, like Professor Paul Thordarson, do not call this a cure yet. It is a partial remission, and Rosie still requires monitoring and additional treatments. However, the fact that a non biologist could use consumer level AI to design a functional medical intervention is a historic milestone. The biology behind this success is the same as we see in human immunotherapy. By injecting the mRNA instructions, Rosie's own cells began producing the tumor proteins. Her T cells then identified these proteins as foreign invaders and launched a targeted attack against the actual cancer cells. Because the vaccine was tailored to her specific mutations, the immune response was incredibly focused, allowing her body to fight the cancer with minimal side effects compared to the scorched earth approach of traditional chemotherapy. This case highlights a massive shift in how we approach medicine in 2026. It shows that AI can act as a bridge, allowing people to navigate deep scientific literature, interpret complex genetic data, and even handle the administrative paperwork required for ethical of approvals of experimental treatments. It essentially puts the power of a world-class research lab into the hands of anyone with a computer and the determination to use it. While critics warn that this is a single case study and may not work for every type of cancer, the Rosie Protocol has sparked a global conversation about how we can accelerate medical research. It proves that the bottleneck in medicine is often not a lack of data, but a lack of speed in processing that data. Artificial intelligence solves that problem by acting as a tireless researcher that can find patterns in designs in seconds that would take humans years to uncover. As a doctor, I see this not as a replacement for veterinary or medical expertise, but as a powerful new tool in our kit. The scientists at the university still had to verify the work and administer the treatment safely, but the AI provided the spark and the map. This is the future of oncology, a partnership between human empathy, scientific rigor, and the incredible processing power of artificial intelligence. Rosie's story is a beautiful example of how technology can be used to protect the ones we love, regardless of whether they have two legs or four. This has been an overview of the intersection between E and veterinary oncology. It is a fast moving field, and stories like Rosie's are likely just the beginning of a much larger revolution in personalized medicine.